What's up, guys? Devin here, back with another live stream. On this channel, we help men with travel, life, finances, and self improvement. Do remember to hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss out. Also, guys, don't forget to also follow the private Facebook group as we get together and share our experiences with the world. The link will be in the description below. We have a special guest here, and his name is Dano. And he's here to talk about Thailand, man. Do you mind introducing yourself?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Delvin. First of all, thanks for having me on the show, man. This is awesome. I do follow you and stuff like that, so it's good to kind of see what you're doing and a lot of informative stuff and some really cool guests. So I appreciate you allowing me to come on and share with the world, my experience in traveling and my lifestyle. So I'll introduce myself. My name is Dano, and basically it's Dano's Lifestyle. I've been retired for a couple of years now and just traveling around the world and enjoying life the way it should be lived. And here I am right now in Koh Samui, Thailand, as you can see. And just here at my villa, you can see Chaweng Beach in the back. And in the very back, I'm not sure if you can see, but that's Koh Phangan Island over there. So just southern Thailand. I guess it's above Pattaya and Phuket to the east, off the beach area, off the coast or whatever you want to call it, by Surat Thani. So I arrived in Bangkok in November of last year, and I've been here ever since, just rolling around, experiencing this beautiful country and this culture. And I'm telling you, it's just unbelievable. And I come from Canada, so I'm Canadian. And, right now there's snow banks and people with snow tires on, going really slow to Tim Hortons to get a coffee in the morning. And don't need that here, as you can see. So it's actually quite an experience to be able to enjoy life the way it should be enjoyed. And there's a lot of things I do in my life in order to live this lifestyle. And I'm sure maybe in the future there, Delvin, we'll get into that. But that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I've been a business owner for many years. I have my own online business, investments, and so on and so forth. That sustains me in my lifestyle. And I love sharing it with the world. Everybody deserves to live the lifestyle that they dream of or they desire. And sometimes all you need to do is to see that open door or somebody to open that door for you, that opportunity. And all you got to do is walk through it and take action. And that's what I did years ago in order to get to where I am today. So in a nutshell, that's me, Delvin.
Mm. Well, it's great to have you on, man.
Yeah.
Great to have you on. So what made you come to Thailand?
Well, I've been traveling to Thailand ever since 2017. I came up here a couple of times and just fell in love with, like I said, the culture, the people, just the way of life. It's completely different than Western society. Excuse me. And, it's more my style. And it's just, you can't really beat it. The beaches, I'm on an island. We don't get that type of stuff up there. So I was always the type of guy to want to explore, go on adventures, meet new people. And ever since I started traveling to Thailand before in 2017, 18, and then was going to continue to come down, but then the pandemic hit, so kind of got stalled off. But I fell in love with it. You can't really beat it. You know what I mean? I drive around on a scooter, you know what I mean? And, it's just, look at this view. I got this infinity pool here at my villa here. Let me move around here for you guys. You can kind of see that's the view there. And here I am at this beautiful villa. And you can't get this, in Canada. And I always felt like I was almost like an animal in a cage. You know what I mean? I get all I got to move. I got to do something. I got to meet new people. I want to have an adventure. So even with my jobs before, when I was growing up, I didn't want to stay in the same place, for that long. And I just ended up saying, you know what? I want to go to Thailand. I want to go there and it's just a one-way ticket. I have a condo in Bangkok, and Bangkok's awesome. It's great city life compared to other cities in the world. There's so many things to do, so many wonderful people, and it's a nonstop city. And even now with COVID and the pandemic, it still gives you an opportunity to be normal. You know what I mean? Yeah, people are wearing masks here and there, but it's not a mandated. It's not a regulated or a mandated thing. There's no law if you don't. I'm double vaxxed, about to get my third, my booster. And Thailand's doing it right. They're taking care of their people. And, I've had no issues. I've never been sick. I've never been ill. There's not a lot of cases here. They're really smart about what they're doing. So they're motivated to continue to get all these tourists back. And now Thailand's open to the world. And, the tourists are starting to flock in. So it's awesome. I mean, you can't really beat it. I wake up in the morning and, I have, a coffee or a juice or something like that. And, I sit around or go down to the beach or whatever. So it's quite awesome. Like, it's better than sitting in a house, in Canada right now with the snow. Like, what are you going to do? For half the year, you're locked in.
So how much money would you say to live in Thailand just comfortably?
Well, different lifestyles, different budgets. I know a couple people here who are digital nomads like myself, their budgets are different. But to be quite honest with you, $1,500 US as a minimum, would be a decent amount of money. Like, you can really get by that. You could rent a nice, 1 bedroom, small little cozy, apartment anywhere in Bangkok there, because there's so many different areas for, like $250 US a month. Like, honest to God, like $250 US a month. And electricity is literally about $5 a month, or 6 or 7 or maybe 10, depending on what you do. Honestly, yeah. And food is really, really inexpensive. You can wake up and there's like food carts everywhere. All you have to do is go out of your apartment, and there's street food. Everything's, and you know what? And the food is so good. Like, I mean, I lost about 20 pounds in the last 3 months. Like, I'm working out. Like, it's more healthy. There's not a lot of carbs. It's just meat, vegetables, rice. A lot of homemade stuff, and everything's all fresh, usually every day. So for about $1,500, that even includes some of your nightlife and stuff like that, depending on what type of lifestyle you want. So yeah, it's pretty inexpensive, and a lot of people, they don't know it because they don't do research, or they're not educated on traveling and getting out and seeing the opportunity. That's why a lot of people retire from the western side of the world, is because they're getting pensions, maybe $2,000-$3,000 a month, and they're tired of living where they are, whether it be the United States, the cold side, or Canada, or wherever, or even Europe, and they just move here. There's a lot of people from UK, Ireland. There's a lot of people from Russia here, a lot of expats. They move here, right, because they can retire on their pensions.
Yeah, you're right on the money, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a great thing to actually know that knowledge there as well.
Yeah, I did my research and stuff like that too, right? Like, I mean, here in Koh Samui, waking up and seeing this beautiful beach area here, and so on and so forth. You can live down on the beach area there, and there's houses, or you can even rent a room for a month for a couple $100 for the month, and you can literally walk 30 feet to the beach, in your flip flops. You don't even need shoes, and next thing you know, the sand's right there. Like, you can't beat that. People on the beach, cracking real coconuts and stuff like that. That's a lifestyle. And that's why I have this hat, and as you can see on the right here, it says my name, Dano. It's Dano's lifestyle. And people always ask me, what do you do? I'm like, I have an online business, which allows me to, just like I'm doing with you guys, pop on a Zoom call, talk to, the people in my company and stuff like that. And we go from there. So it's I'm really blessed. And there's a lot of people out there who are blessed, but they just don't know how to take that step. You know what I mean? Like, don't be afraid to go and chase your dreams and, live outside your comfort zone. because once you do it, you're going to see that the world, there's so many amazing and wonderful things in the world, that you have the opportunity to see and to travel to for a fraction of the price that you're paying, where you're living now.
Mm, man, you're definitely right, man. This,
Yeah.
wow. So how's the gym culture over there?
The culture is, really, really low, low. Maybe I less low key. Nobody's stressed. Everybody's happy. The very, very polite. The Thai people are, very family oriented. They love everyone. Like, I mean, I've been treated like one of them every single day. You know what I mean? I'm learning the language a little bit, not as fast as I should be, but it's just everybody's very respectful. It's
Mm,
completely different than a lot of other cultures. Nothing against all the cultures in the world, but when you're traveling like I do, you tend to see the differences. And I've always been a people person. You know what I mean? I'm a man of the Lord. You know what I mean? And everything that we have and everything that I have is first and foremost from the Lord, and that trickles down. You know what I mean, to everybody, and everybody treats everybody, the way that they should be treated, and it's like one big family here. So, the temples and you know what they do for their religion, and so on and so forth with Buddha and stuff, because that's primarily their religion, and just seeing all the temples, and it's just unbelievable here. It's magical. It's magical, Delvin.
mm. So how's
Yeah.
the nightlife and the women there?
So the nightlife is awesome. They have different types of bars. They have regular bars. They have go-go bars, gentlemen's clubs, stuff like that. Because the culture here is, very welcoming, and they're very open compared to different civilizations and cultures. I can go sit in a bar and drink a beer for $2 US. Instead of
Mm,
the $6, $7, $8 US that you would pay someone else.
man.
The women are amazing. The women are beautiful, and they're just, yeah. It's almost like the way that the world should be. You know what I mean? Not being embarrassed about anything, or not worrying about what other people think. They're just, it's just a lot of fun. You know what I mean? So you can literally go on YouTube and you can, go Bangkok nightlife, or Phuket nightlife, the bars, and you can YouTube that, and you can see for yourself the different types of nightlife. But um, I mean, I can't complain. Like, I don't party, you know, every single day like a lot of people do. A couple, 2 or 3 times a week, I might go out and enjoy some beers, and the nightlife and stuff like that, and meet people. But other than that, it's if you're somebody who likes the nightlife type, partying and so on and so forth, Bangkok and Thailand in general is definitely a place where you want to come visit. And if you do come visit, make sure you come for at least a month, because there's just so much to see, so many wonderful things to do, that you don't want to come down. This is not like a 1 week or a 2 week trip like you would go to like Punta Cana or Mexico on an all inclusive. This is something you want to explore, and change your hotels as you go and travel around. Rent a scooter, take a backpack, and travel around and stay in different little cities, and everything's really close. So amazing.
Mm.
Yeah.
So would you say the women there are pretty feminine compared to the West?
Very, very beautiful, very feminine, like very sexy. And I'm, like, I mean, as a man, we always we look at different cultures and different women, and every there's so many different types of women in the world, and the Thai ladies are very very beautiful, and their personalities are loving and just a lot of fun, and very respectful and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely, Delvin.
Mm. So how's the marriage over there compared to the Western world?
The which, sorry?
How's the marriage over there? Like a marriage rate?
Marriage?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know how to answer that, but there's a lot of single women here, and they are looking, obviously to settle down with the right man. They welcome Western civilization. They like Western men. You know what I mean, and it's just something that you know, and I mean, there's a lot of men who actually travel to Asia to find, their future wife as well. So it kind of goes both ways. You know what I mean? So if you're somebody who wants to get away from the Western lifestyle and explore and maybe find the woman of your dreams, somewhere else, honestly, Thailand is should be high on your list. High on your list.
Mm.
Yeah.
So would you say that you should actually learn the Thai language, or can you get by with just English?
You can get by with English. A lot of the people here they know English, and but they're not a lot of them are really fluent in English. So, I mean, I'm learning, basic conversation. You know what I mean? Talking to, taxi drivers or just the girls or just people in general when I'm ordering food and so on and so forth. You want to know basic conversation. But you can get away with just English for even forever if you don't, want to learn the language. But it's very easy to pick up, the basic conversation of Thai when you're here. Definitely.
Mm. So what kind of food do they usually sell in Thailand?
So honestly, vegetables, rice, pork, beef, chicken, stir fries, skewers, sausages like, Thai sausages, stuff like that, soups, and wontons and noodles and stuff like that. But they're all like, rice noodles, egg noodles, a lot more healthier stuff. There's not much wheat in a lot of the foods here. I noticed, you know what I mean. I don't really drink milk anymore here, unless I buy something in the store because I'm not really eating cereal or stuff like that anymore. And it's a different lifestyle with the food. So, like I said, I lost about 20 pounds over the last 3 months.
Mm.
Have more energy working out. I walk a lot. And that's one thing here, walking a lot. So, you know, you tend to see the different restaurants and the different food carts, and you know what I mean. I'm just walking randomly, exploring. Let's just say Bangkok, and all of a sudden there's like a street full of food carts, and I'm like, wow, just the smells alone are so inviting that you want to stop at each one and you want to look at it. And it's crazy because you can literally feed yourself for $1 US. You can get a big bowl of soup or noodles or chicken, pork, whatever vegetables for literally $1 US. So I mean that goes back to what you asked me about the cost of living. I mean, if you're thinking, let's just say $5-6 a day to feed yourself, I mean, do the math on that, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh wow, man. So if for all those people who are actually trying to travel to Thailand, what jobs do you think they would actually be able to get if they're looking for one?
So as far as the work permits and stuff like that, that's something that I'm not really super familiar with because the majority of the people that I've met have been digital nomads, so they're already making income online and they're traveling and off their laptops like myself and so on
Right.
and so forth. But if you can get a visa and a work permit, you just got to go through the steps, and you have to have someone here in Thailand, like a business, that's willing to sponsor you in order to have you working. And then from there, it might take 3-6 months to get approved for that visa. So that's basically as simple as it is. You can literally on Google, and you can see Thailand visas, and there's like probably 10 different ones that you can apply for based off your um, lifestyle or what you want. So pretty cool.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So would you say there's any negative traits for the women there in Thailand?
Yeah, I would probably say warm, loving, very, and I'll just say it, they're very sexual women. Like, I mean, they love to be, with a man, they're not embarrassed to show it, their affection, especially if they like you, and that's what I've noticed. You know what I mean? They're always happy, and and to be quite honest with you, my personality is the same. If I like someone, I'm going to show it, and vice versa. They're not afraid to show it. I mean, first date, walking along a beach, you know what I mean? Getting a fresh coconut cracked on the beach and drinking it, and maybe a little bit of rum inside. You get that for your date. I mean, it's better than sitting in a pub in Canada, ordering a Guinness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just boring. So no wonder everybody's happy here in Thailand.
Mm,
But the women are fantastic. I'm not really ready to settle down or anything. I still got things I want to do. I want to travel the world more, but I've met some beautiful women and spent some very good quality time with them, and they've taught me a lot about myself and even just about who they are. So definitely worthwhile when it comes to
mm.
the women of Thailand.
So what about the negatives of that?
To be quite honest with you, I don't see any negatives. I'm a very positive person, very optimistic. I look at everything in a positive way. And to be quite honest with you, compared to Canada or what I'm used to, there's no negatives. I mean, unless people think that like there's a lot of people, they like to kind of do their own thing, and a lot of you know what I mean, and they don't want to be maybe smothered by their partner or whatever like that. But
Right.
here in Thailand, uh, they love to be together all the time as well, especially if you're in a relationship, as it should be. So I don't even think that's a negative, but I mean, it just depends on you and who you want and what you want in a relationship. But if you want to be single and you want to have a good time and you want like no strings attached lifestyle, Thailand also offers that. Like the women, you can easily date them and just tell them, I'm not looking for anything serious. You want to go have some fun, you want to travel, you want to go to the beach, you want to go to the bar, you want to whatever, and they're okay with that. So they're very, I guess they're very, they have an open mind about what you would want as a man. So it kind of goes both ways. So you can kind of get anything you want here as far as the personality when it comes to a woman and relationships and stuff like that. So
Mm.
yeah.
So what would you say is the dangers to be aware of when you're in Thailand?
Sorry, say that again.
What are the dangers to be aware of when in Thailand?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I think any company, any country, you have to be aware of your surroundings. Always just make sure that you're not flaunting anything a lot, like tons of money. You're not going to want to pull out like $1,000 US in the bar and just like count it out while you're paying for
Yeah.
your food and drink. Because at the end of the day, you don't know who's watching. Be humble, stay private. I carry one of those bags. I have one of those crossbody bags with zipper, and I carry it here, and you know what I mean. And I think that at the end of the day, if you stay away from the sketchy areas, especially maybe late at night. But I've had no issues. Like I've never really been worried. Like whether even if it's 2 o'clock a.m. in Bangkok, I'm walking around. There's always people because the nightlife and stuff. It's a city that never sleeps almost. But I'm 6'3", 220 pounds. I can take care of myself. You know what I mean? Full of tattoos and stuff. So a lot of people when they see me, and the Thai people are generally smaller than a Western man. You know what I mean? They're usually like, "Hey, what's up?" I don't. They're not going to randomly come up to me and try to like steal my money because they'd have a problem unless there was like 5 of them, right? So you got to just stay aware. And other than that, I've really had no issues walking myself or even with if I had a date or something like that, we just go wherever. So, but
Mm,
it's just common sense, no matter what city you're in, right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
what time of the year do you think is best to travel to Thailand?
So late in the year is a rainy season, which is like the October, November, getting into December, or late September, October, November is rainy season. And then it gets to the cool season. So we're in the cool season right now, believe it or not. And it's 31 degrees right here at 9:30 in the morning. But the summertime, I think the season moving into, the I think March, April, May, June, July. It really gets really, really warm and hot. But being in the tropics, it's pretty much warm all the time. Like even the rainy season, I came in the rainy season one day. 1 year, and it would storm, it would rain, and then like literally 20 minutes later it'd be gone, and it'd be so warm, and you just like fresh air you're breathing in, right? So, and that's what it is in the tropics. It's very sporadic, but the season is always warm. Like, I mean, as you can see, it's just, light shirts and shorts every day. I haven't wore a pair of jeans, obviously, here since I came here in November. Always shorts.
Seems like it's good weather over there.
Oh,
Wow.
good weather, man. I mean, like here, I'll just pan over here for you guys so you can kind of see. I don't know if, but you can see it's just palm trees everywhere, the hills, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, there's no cold weather, and everything's beautiful, man. It's 30 degrees, in Thailand, yeah, every day.
Mm. So how's their religion over there in Thailand?
So they primarily worship Buddha and Buddhism. There's monks everywhere. I've explored the temples, and there's temples everywhere. It's just beautiful, like big Buddha. There's a big Buddha, it's around the corner here. We can't see it, but I think it stands like 100 feet or something like that, and like gold, right? Like it's just absolutely remarkable. You stand in front of it, the sculpture, and it's just people are always praying and lighting incense, and giving, like, I mean, you have your little temples around the city, like little miniature temples. Even if like a condo complex, there's a temple set up, and people are giving donations like bottles of water, little dishes of food in order to, kind of give to Buddha and stuff like that. And it's when I first heard this, I was like, wow, this is kind of cool. Because, in Western civilization, we use, oh my God, you know what I mean? And, that's that saying. But over here, they're like, oh my Buddha, you know what I mean? So,
Oh wow.
yeah, so I was like, that's kind of different. I never heard that before. So, it's Buddha here. So it's pretty awesome. Like, I mean, it's just amazing people, family oriented, people praying everywhere, and so on and so forth. And it's wonderful to see, a religion that's, all together. And it gives you good feelings. So I get goosebumps a lot. I feel the energy, the positive vibes, and that's the lifestyle that I live too. So I think maybe that's another reason why I love coming here, is because I can adapt and I can, feel almost what they're feeling. Like I'm Roman Catholic, Jesus Christ and the Lord God and Savior is for me. But at the end of the day, there's a higher power, and everybody believes in, you know, different types of gods, but it's probably all one God, and we'll all go somewhere together when we pass from this earth. That's the way I see it.
Mm. So, how often are you able to network with other expats?
Pardon me?
How, like, where can you actually? How should I put this?
Sorry, it's just skipping a little bit there. Just gonna check my battery here. Uh-oh. 7% battery on this. I'm going to grab my charger real quick. Or
Okay.
did you want to? Yeah, I'm just going to go grab my knapsack real quick. So can I just run upstairs real quick?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks.
While we're waiting on that, guys, do make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, man. It was really appreciated, man. Yeah, this is definitely an interesting experience. Man, Thailand is a great place, man, it seems. So definitely do check it out. Get that passport, guys. I'm telling you, man. There's so much out there in the world to see. While many people are just missing those opportunities.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to go and plug this in
No
over
problem.
here. Thanks for following me in.
Yeah. Yeah, but the one question I wanted to ask actually is how often
Sure.
do you meet other expats?
I'm actually the type of
Or
guy
business
that will.
owners, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of expats. everywhere I go. Um, it's not as busy as it was, prior to COVID, but now there's always somebody that I could talk to. I asked them, what brings you to Thailand and so on and so forth. And a lot of them are doing the same thing. They're either retired, living off pensions or savings or whatever they do, and they make a little bit of money from the government, which is why they moved here. Or they have an online business and they generate income online. So I meet, I don't know, probably almost every day, Delvin. Like it's that,
Oh
I mean,
wow.
there's been expats that have been here for years. And every time a Westerner sees another Westerner, whether it's in a bar or a restaurant, it's like, hey, how you doing, man? Because you walk into a restaurant, you might be like maybe 2 or 3 Westerners, and 20 locals. So you kind of stand out like a sore thumb, right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
certainly interesting. Wow.
Yeah. It's definitely very exciting just to be able to travel around and, meet other people and stuff like that. I've met people, from different countries. Like I have a couple of good friends here that I'm traveling with. One guy's from Prague, from Czech. He's from Czechoslovakia, and another gentleman, he's from Sardinia in Italy, and we all kind of met randomly, and here we are, traveling around, and they're both here in Koh Samui. They're actually staying at this villa with me here.
Uh-oh. I think something happened. While I wait on Dano. I think his battery might have died. Oh, Dano, you there? Uh-oh. But yeah, guys, I guess I guess we're gonna end the live stream, man. Um, we were actually gonna be wrapping it up. Uh, so yeah, make sure to look after yourselves from around the world, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Have a good one. Also, guys, I will link his social medias in the description below, so look out for that as well. All right, have a great one, and have a great day.